Hello, and welcome to the Finding the Unicorn in You podcast. I am your host, Dr. Jaime Raigosa, here to help you unlock your unique potential and thrive into your career. Get ready to explore inspiring stories and practical strategies that will empower you not only to prevent burnout, but also achieve sustainable success. Let's dive in. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Finding the Unicorn in You. This week, I have a very special surprise. This is something I've never tried before, but just to kind of get you caught up, in the last few years, I have had the privilege to be able to go and speak at different conferences from Vegas to Texas to in California. And as I keep putting myself out there, people are requesting me, and I'm also requesting at different locations. So I've been presenting on various different topics from laughter yoga to domestic violence to how to speak up for yourself in the workforce. And a lot of my followers have been asking, like, where can I see you? How can I, see you live, or do you have a recording? Luckily, I had the privilege of being recorded on two different occasions. So what I'm going to end up doing today is you're going to see pretty much a shorter version of the actual presentation I did. Today's podcast is going to show you laughter yoga and how to laugh more and stress less. So in the next few seconds, I am going to cut the clip and roll the conference. So this one was conducted in April of this past year. And like I said, it talked about my own life story from when I first had my first anxiety attack and how that pretty much trajectory led me to learning more about stress, burnout, and ultimately led me to laughter yoga. So you're going to be hearing a lot of questions and laughter and different things, but I hope you enjoy it. And if you have any questions about the topic, or if you want to know more about it, feel free to send me a DM on my Instagram, LinkedIn, or shoot me an email at jgraigosa@rainbowcareercoaching.com. I hope you enjoy, and without further ado, here is the conference.
So hello, my name is Dr. Jaime G. Raigosa. I am a human and organizational research psychologist, as well as a career coach. And today we're going to be talking about laughter yoga, specifically how to laugh more and stress less. By show of hands, how many of y'all have heard of laughter yoga before? Cool, so I see quite a bit of hands, awesome. And for those who have not experienced that, I have a very good treat for y'all, so you're all gonna have fun. So, today we're gonna be talking about 3 basic things: how to discover our mental health being with different laughter techniques to de-stress us, find different ways of how to manage stress daily, learn a little bit more about stress, how that is linked with anxiety, and other type of mental health issues as we go through. So before we go into all of this, you need to know a little bit more about me and how I started my journey. So that little boy right there was me at 18 years old. A lot of people would have probably not known that that boy right there was going through severe anxiety attacks at least once or twice a week. He was going through getting sent to the ER, collapsing on stand, a lot of stress. But growing up as a Latino, first generation, I was never taught what stress was. I was never taught the impact that it has in our mental health and how chronic stress can lead to anxiety attacks, panic attacks, and things of that nature. A little bit more background. My family did not have a lot of income. We were a pretty low income family. So at the age of 15, I started working with the city of El Monte as a lifeguard to be able to support my family. It was to the point where my father told me, if you don't work to support us, we're not going to be able to eat this week. So I had to sacrifice sometimes class for a regular high school. I would call in sick to pick up extra shifts at the pool, and that started impacting my mental health. On top of that, I was diagnosed with ADHD. At that time, I was undiagnosed. So I called myself lazy at the time because I didn't know how to, we don't learn about diagnoses, we don't learn about all of this stuff. My father would just tell me, stop being lazy. Why do you have the privilege to take a rest when I don't? You're a man, you're supposed to be able to support the family. This is your time to shine. And this is a 15-year-old boy that he was talking to. So slowly over time with my grades, because first generation, I have to go to college, So I was doing AP classes, health, all these honors classes. It started impacting me, where I started noticing little signs that at the time I didn't know were important. My eyes started twitching. I started losing a lot of hair. My legs, my arms had random muscle spasms. I started getting sick very often. I started having irregular bowel movements, all of which people just attributed with, it's just regular things that people get sick over time. But no one really told me that this can be stress-induced. So it wasn't until this specific day, the only reason I remember this day is because they were doing a photo shoot for the city, and they were trying to advertise, how well their lifeguards look. So, and during this stand, there was a bunch of photographers, and they were taking pictures. The sun was pretty hot that day, and I lost sensation to my face. Like I started felt a rush of numbness crawl from my forehead all the way down to my chin. And I was like, what the heck? So I kind of like tapped my skin, my face, and I couldn't feel it. I started feeling very nauseous and dizzy. At the time, I was like, maybe I'm going through heat stroke. Maybe let me go splash some water in my face and walk it out. So I asked for a break, they relieved me, and I started walking. As I started walking to the guard room, my knees suddenly started collapsing. I was not able to have balance anymore. I was like, what the heck is going on? So I rushed to the guard room, and I was like, I'm just gonna take a cold shower. I must be really overheated. So I get naked, the water hits me, and I faint. The next thing I remember, I have 3 paramedics above me. All of my staff were right there, watching me naked on the floor as I was seizing. So my body learned that if I ignore my stress signals, the way I'm gonna release stress is through having epileptic episodes. But a mimicked epileptic episode. I was not having a seizure. I was conscious, I was well aware of what was happening, but had zero control of my body. It wasn't until 30 minutes later, when my body finally ceased, that they sat down and explained what was happening to you. The paramedics were like, you were having an anxiety attack. And that's where my whole life changed. That specific year, I had 30 anxiety attacks my senior year. So from that point on, I told myself, I'm going to learn what anxiety is, how it impacts your body, how stress impacts you, so that I can prevent other people from going through what I went through. So stress is natural, and everybody goes through stress. I don't want you to get traumatized and leave here like, oh my gosh, if I get stressed, I'm gonna end up in the emergency room. There's good stress and there's bad stress. Good stress motivates you. It creates, you want to do things. It creates ambition. Bad stress is a lot of toxic stress. It's negative energy. It's usually tied in with negative thoughts. And an abundance of good stress can be turned into bad stress. There's been studies that 70 to 80% of all illnesses can be contributed through stress. I actually just started talking to an individual 2 weeks ago that told me that he got diagnosed with stress-induced diabetes. His body started producing so much insulin because of the amount of stress that he was going through, that his body went into diabetes. So now he has diabetes for the rest of his life because of the stress that he had. Same thing with that, it can lead to heart disease, high blood pressure, and obesity. All of these linked because we don't regulate our stress. It can also cause mental health issues, like I said, anxiety, depression, and other types of mood disorders. So we have to be very careful and conscious of the amount of stress that we're allowing our body to take. And it's not just mental stress, but also physical stress. Some of us go to the gym because we want to fit in that swimsuit model, but we don't realize the amount of stress we're putting in our body that then becomes mental stress as well. So you have to pay attention of the type of self-care you're doing and regulate the amount of stress that you're taking in every day. So one of the things I really am a big advocate for is regulating stress in the workplace. Raise your hand if you've ever been stressed at work. Most of us, right? Raise your hand if after you've had a very stressful episode or a project or something that you had to turn in and you finally finished and then you got sick after. Our immune system starts declining, not during the event, but after. the event. Stress impacts our body in a delayed way. It always accumulates. Think about a cup of water. You put in water. At that time, nothing's gonna happen. It's gonna keep filling up, even until it gets to the rim. But all it takes is one event to kind of shake it a little bit, and then all the water starts cracking out and falling off. That's how stress impacts you. A lot of us typically say, I don't know why I'm having an anxiety attack right now. I don't know why I feel so anxious. Like, I already submitted that assignment. I already submitted that project. Why am I feeling like this now? Because 2 or 3 weeks ago, you didn't regulate that stress. You didn't find positive ways of releasing that stress in your body. It just accumulates over time. One of the things that is a problem in the workplace and even in academia today is that we do not take time to just have joy, to have fun. Think about the last time you truly laughed. When was the last time that you just giggled to the point where you couldn't even breathe anymore? If it's not today, then you're not doing it enough. We take life so seriously. We think that everything has to be super serious because that's the culture, that's business, that's the world that we live in. We have to do everything super, super serious. But it doesn't have to be that way. We can start nurturing that inner child, tapping into that love that we have inside for ourselves, and start seeing life at a different perspective through a different lens. Seeing that there is beauty out there, and you can have fun with it. Even if things are not going your way, and you're having a horrible situation going through, there's always a bright side to things. You just have to be able to change that perspective and find it. So, one of the things that goes round circle with laughter, the solution that reduces stress is laughter. On average, how many times do you think one needs to laugh per day to be able to increase serotonin and decrease stress? I heard 20, 25, who else? 100. Once, okay. So on average, in order for you to do an actual significant impact in your life on a daily basis, an average adult should be laughing anywhere from 100 to 300 times a day. There you go. I know, I was shocked when the first time I heard it. The average adult in the United States, the average adult currently laughs 17 times a day. I want you to really think. Are you the average? Are you laughing 17 times a day? Are you doing less? Or are you doing more? Food for thought. So one of the things, and I'll explain a little bit more about laughter and how it impacts you, but one of the biggest statistics that I've seen and the stories that I've seen that really impacted me was when I actually got certified as a laughter yoga instructor. I learned that there was a clinical study of cancer patients where they had 25 cancer patients and they were given a pretty dire diagnosis that they didn't have a lot of time left to live. So they hired some laughter yoga individuals and laughter therapy individuals and worked with them daily for a 2-week span because that was the average time that they were given to live. After those 2 weeks of doing laughter yoga 2 times a day for 15 minutes a day, some of those individuals went into remission. They actually expanded and lasted longer, and the livelihood of most of them ended up increasing because they reduced their stress on their body and on their mind. One thing that laughter gives to you is hope. It refreshes you. It motivates you. It's a soft reset that you need to not take life so seriously and just enjoy yourself. So it's a very powerful thing, and the best part, it's free. So we talked about adults. The goal is to laugh as much as a child. So given that an average adult laughs 17 times a day, how often do you think a child laughs? Okay, I heard the right number. So, the average child between the ages of 3 to 8 laughs anywhere from 300 to 500 times a day. 3 to 5, 3 to 8. 3 to 8. So given that, we can't laugh, 500 is a lot of times to laugh a day. So at least try to do like 100, bare minimum. All right, so we're gonna test to see how often do you actually laugh. So we're gonna do a mini assessment for y'all. All right, so hopefully this gives you an idea of where you're at, and you can reflect on that and know that you can enjoy life a little bit more. We can just let loose and laugh more, see the beauty in the world, and just have a joyous moment. So, a little bit about laughter yoga and how all this comes into play. So, laughter yoga was coined by Dr. Madan Kataria in 1995. Started off with a group of people just laughing at a park, and now it's a practice. It's a practice that is practiced all over the world in over 100 countries. So, it is a phenomenon that it is being used more and more and more every day. So the concept of laughter yoga, people think yoga, we're going to be doing all those awkward poses and whatnot, I'm going to be a pretzel, but it really isn't. The reason it's called yoga is because it has yogic breathing exercises to increase oxygen to the brain, therefore increasing your serotonin. So you're creating those good chemicals, those good feelers in your mind to relax and decrease stress. With that, we do laughter exercises that actually uses your diaphragm, your lungs, and some parts of your body to release some of the physical stress that you have stored in your body. So, fun fact, for every about 15 minutes of laughter, you burn 40 calories. So, you're welcome. We're going to be losing some calories today, right after lunch. So, with that, it's pretty easy. It's very easy to do, and I think it's fun. So there's multiple benefits, like I said. It helps reduce stress hormones. It increases endorphins to making you feel better. It does enhance your self-confidence. It increases your communication skills. It also increases productivity because you feel less stress and you have more of a clear mindset. And it also improves emotional security, which helps you in your social aspect, as well as creates a more positive mindset, more of a growth mindset, eliminates fixed mindset. So there's a lot of different benefits of laughter yoga. In order for us to conduct laughter yoga, there's 5 simple rules. Like I said, don't force it if you feel that you are getting tired. The most common thing is that people forget to breathe when they're laughing, so they start getting dizzy. So the biggest thing is make sure to breathe, have fun, fake it till you make it. Studies have shown that the brain can't tell the difference whether you're actually laughing or if you're fake laughing. It starts still producing that nice chemical in your body. So even if you're not feeling it and you're like, Jaime, this is so stupid, throw me a bone and just laugh anyways. Fake it. And trust me, you will feel the benefits as we go through the course. The second one is always keep moving and make eye contact. This one's a little awkward because if you see your neighbor to your left and to your right, you're gonna be making eye contact with them during the activities. It's more effective if you actually make eye contact with an individual than if you're just laughing on your own. You produce double the chemical in your brain when you actually make eye contact because your brain is connecting with another individual. Go unstrained. Like I said, don't force it. If your diaphragm is hurting or if you feel like you need to take a break, and then continue when you feel ready. Go on, try to laugh as much as you can, use the best of it, and just have fun. At the end of the day, laughter yoga is tapping into your inner child and teaching yourself that it's okay to have fun. It's okay for you to relax. Giving yourself permission to feel, giving yourself permission to be easy on yourself. One of the hardest things as us, as humans, is that we are our biggest critic, and we think that we are not allowed to have breaks. We feel guilty when we take vacation. We feel guilty when we go and spend that extra coffee on ourselves. But no, allow yourself to get these blessings. Allow yourself to have fun. Allow yourself guilt-free to enjoy life. You work so hard every day. Adulting is super hard. Give yourself a break. All right, so are we ready for laughter yoga? All right, So this is the part where we're gonna get active. So I'm gonna need everybody to stand up. All right, so go spread your arms and give yourself some space so you're not bumping into your neighbor. Try to spread out as much as you can. So as you can tell, we are a big group, so in order for you to know when we're switching activities, you're gonna hear me do one of two chants. One of the chants is very simple, and it's telling ourselves that we're doing a good job. So, it's gonna sound like this. Very good, yay. And because I'm hella dramatic, we're gonna add some spirit fingers. So, it's gonna look like this. Very good, yay. All right? There's actually a scientific proof that we have sensory. Okay, so take a seat and then I'll explain it. Sorry, I got ahead of myself. I forget that I'm vertically challenged. Sorry. All right. So there's scientific proof that we have a lot of nerves on our fingertips. So when we actually touch our fingertips together when we're clapping, it does release signals to our brain to relax. So when you're clapping, I don't want you to clap with your palms, I want you to clap with your hands. So it should look a little bit like this. Thank you. Okay. All right, so that's the way you're gonna be clapping. So for the first chant, it's very good, yay. So all together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Very good, yay. I didn't see some of you do the spirit fingers. Let's do it again. Right? Very good, yay. Awesome. And when you're saying this, think about you saying it to yourself. You're saying, you're doing a good job. I deserve this praise. Because a lot of us don't tell ourselves we're doing a good job. So believe it and say it to yourself. The second one is a little bit more silly. So when you're breathing in laughter yoga, you're breathing with your diaphragm. I really want you to work those ab muscles. So you're gonna breathe in with your stomach and you're gonna exhale with your mouth. And during these exhales is we're gonna do some different types of laughter. So in laughter yoga, you're gonna do ha-ha, he, and ho-ho. All right? So the second chant is ho, ha, ho, ha. It's hard with the mic, but I'm gonna show it to you. Ho, ha, ho, ha. When you're going, I'm just not gonna use the mic. When you're doing the side chants, you're actually going to look at your neighbor, wherever you're turning, look at them in the eyes and say, ha. And then on the other side, you're gonna look at that neighbor, ha. You're gonna do direct eye contact, all right? So we're gonna practice it together. We're gonna do the non-awkward one where you're just staring at me the whole time, and then we'll be actually looking at your neighbor. So look at me as you do it. On 3, 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Now we're gonna do the awkward one where you actually look at your neighbor. On 3, 1, 2, 3. Very good, everyone. Now that we got all of those nerves out, those are the 2 chants, 1 of 2 that I will do to get your attention. So now we're going to jump into the actual activities. So the first one we're going to do is greeting laughter. This one's my favorite, especially at a conference, because this is a chance for you to meet other people. Yay. So what you're going to do is you're going to try to make the silliest face you can make. And you're going to say hi to a person in this room. But instead of saying words, you're going to do a laugh. So, for example, if I'm doing it to you, I'll be like, ha 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 ha. And try to make as funny of a laugh as you can. Fake it till you make it. So you can say, hee 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 hee, ho 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 ho, ha 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 ha. Whatever you want, but you have to laugh 5 times. Give me 5 haws or he's or hoes. Whatever you want. Okay? So I want everybody to show me the silliest face you can do. So on 3, show me the silliest face. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Good job. All right. So let's do that again. Keep the face, but this time give 5 loud paws. On 3, 1, 2, 3. Good job. All right. So now this is where we're getting excited. Your job is to move around and say hi to at least 5 different people that you do not know. Have to make eye contact. Only you're not actually speaking. You're just saying ha's. Once you give your 5 ha's, switch, look for somebody else, and say hi. All right? So on 3, everybody stand up and let's start networking. With the goofy face. Awesome, everybody take a seat. Deep breath. Last one, biggest breath. Very good, yay. Very good, yay. Awesome job. Raise your hand if you feel it in your diaphragm. Yes, good job. All right, so this one we are gonna stand up, but because the last time in the height issue, I'm gonna explain it first. So this is called the milkshake laughter. It's pretty fun. We're gonna pretend we're gonna make milkshakes. If you're lactose intolerant, pretend you're making something else. So with this one, we're gonna pretend we're holding 2 cups in front of us. They're filled with whatever liquid that you wish. We're gonna mix 1 cup over. When you pour it to one side, it's gonna say, "ee." You're gonna pour it to the other hand. It's gonna say, "ah." Then you're gonna combine it together. You're gonna shake it as hard as you can and really shake it. If you don't shake it hard enough, you're not mixing the liquids. All right, then you're gonna put it in front of you and you're gonna dump it on your face. There you go, you even beat me to it. You're gonna be like, ah. You're gonna take a deep breath, you're gonna find it silly and laugh 7 times. It's a lot of steps, so just follow after me, okay? So cups in front. Eee! Ah! Shake. Dump it. Take a breath. Perfect. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna stand up, but instead of pouring your own cups, you're gonna pour it to a partner. And instead of you throwing it to your face, you're gonna throw it on somebody else. And that person that receives the little liquid is the one laughing. So if you get somebody throw their laughter liquid at you, then you're laughing. All right? So everybody, your job and your goal is to throw your liquid laughter to at least 5 people. So stand up and make those milkshakes. Very good, yay! Very good, yay! Awesome. So that was laughter yoga. Now we're gonna do some giggle meditation. So it's a little bit more relaxed. We're gonna calm down. For this one, everybody has to be seated. If you don't have a chair, crisscross applesauce if you can, or if you feel comfortable, just stand. It's fine. For this one, what I want you to do is everybody close your eyes. This has a lot of breathing into it. So the way I want you to breathe is in, hold, 2, 3, out. Hold, 2, 3. Okay, so do it again. Take a deep breath in, hold, 2, 3, out. 2, 3. Perfect. So as you exhale, Instead of exhaling normally, I want you to giggle 3 times. And you're gonna still keep your eyes closed. So it's gonna sound like this. Breathing in. Then you're gonna repeat it again. And we're gonna do this for about a minute. And that's all we're gonna do, is getting into that cycle of breathing in and exhaling 3 giggles. And if you laugh more, that's fine. You're gonna hear a lot of giggles, so it might cause you to laugh. Just embrace the experience. So if you haven't closed your eyes already, close your eyes. And on 3, we're gonna take a deep breath and start, and don't stop until I tell you. 1, 2, 3. Take your last breath in, everybody together, take a deep breath, and let it out. All right, you can open your eyes. All right, so 2 minutes of giggle laughter by yourself as you're doing meditation will relax you almost instantly. So this is something that I was taught to do whenever I feel upset. If I need to make a big decision, or if I need to do something, go lock yourself in your car, go to the private room, and then just close your eyes and just laugh it out. The whole point is to be out of the external focus of control, just focus inside and just let it release. How does everybody feel after that? Yeah? Awesome. Thank you so much for having me, and I really enjoyed watching y'all laugh. It's very important to just try, even like if you do it for 30 seconds, have yourself do this, just laugh, find something funny. There's a lot of free resources online. If you type in laughter yoga on YouTube, you'll find even myself and other persons on there that will do guided laughter yoga. Or you can just do what we did today and then just practice it on your own. Do it with a friend. Like I said, it's more effective when you do it with another person. You produce a lot more endorphins in your brain. So if you can partner up, it really does help. So with this, try to do it when you're stretching, move your body as much as possible because it does release the stress that you have stored in your different muscles all over your body. So just remember to have fun, don't take life too seriously, and then just give yourself permission to live and have fun, okay? Thank you so much, everyone.